Modern society often equates happiness with sensory indulgence, luxury, entertainment, and fleeting highs. Yet these pleasures vanish like sand through fingers, leaving emptiness. Tibetan esotericism offers a stark contrast, rituals that transcend the physical to touch the eternal. This journey begins by questioning what truly fulfills the human spirit. High in the Himalayas, Tibetan monasteries stand as fortresses of spiritual discipline. Here, monks rise before dawn, not for rewards but for rigors, meditation, study, and ritual. The walls echo with centuries of whispered mantras, a rhythm untouched by time. This is not escapism, it's confrontation with the self. Watch as monks spend days crafting intricate sand mandalas, only to destroy them upon completion. Each grain is placed with precision, symbolizing the universe's fragility. The destruction teaches detachment from worldly attachments, a direct rebuke to pleasure's demand for permanence. The ritual's beauty lies in its deliberate impermanence. Chants like Om Mani Padme Hum are not melodies but vibrational medicine. Monks train for decades to perfect tones that recalibrate consciousness. Unlike music designed for entertainment, these sounds dissolve egoic boundaries. Scientific studies show their frequencies induce theta brainwaves, states of deep meditation inaccessible through ordinary pleasure. In remote caves, ascetics meditate for years in isolation, enduring harsh winters with minimal food. Their goal? To burn away illusion through sheer will. Where pleasure seekers avoid discomfort, hermits embrace it as fuel for transformation. Their emaciated bodies become living proof. Enlightenment demands everything. Under moonlit secrecy, a disciple receives tantric teachings. The guru whispers instructions for visualizing deities, not as fantasy, but as mirrors to the mind's potential. Every gesture, mudra, and syllable unlocks layers of consciousness. Unlike recreational drugs' hollow highs, this knowledge ignites lasting awakening. In the Chöd ritual, practitioners visualize offering their own flesh to demons, not glorifying pain, but dissolving the illusion of a separate self. The dagger furba cuts through ego, not skin. Accompanied by bone trumpet blasts, this is the antithesis of pleasure's self-preservation instinct. The Guyagarbha Tantra, written in coded language, maps consciousness like a sacred geometry. Each ritual corresponds to precise inner alchemy, breath ratios, syllable counts, even the angles of mudras. This isn't mysticism. It's a science of mind honed over millennia, far removed from pleasure's randomness. Western seekers often mistake rituals for exotic experiences, using singing bowls as sleep aids or treating mandalas as decor. Scholars lament this reduction. You cannot sip spirituality like champagne. True esotericism requires surrender, not consumption. The path is arduous because the reward is real. As sunrise gilds the Himalayas, the answer becomes clear. Pleasure is a shadow chasing light. Tibetan rituals are doorways to what lies beyond transient sensations, the luminous mind. The monk who seemed deprived is rich in what matters. The hedonist chasing highs is forever hungry. This is the ritual's gift, freedom from the need to feel in order to truly be.